Time is running out for residents in the towns of Kaukauna and Vandenbroek. In just 2 days, firefighters there plan to walk off the job. Tonight, we know town supervisors are pulling out all the stops to make sure that doesn't happen.
This is a last-ditch effort to make sure that we can continue to serve the people of the town, both towns.
It's our top story tonight on Action 2 News at 6.
This is Action 2 News at 6. Coverage you can count on.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. We've learned town supervisors plan to meet tomorrow night with fire commissioners and 31 firefighters to try to work out some sort of a deal to save that department.
If they don't, the volunteer firefighters say they're walking off the job on Friday. They're demanding a retirement package, more control over department finances, and changes to the fire commission. But the question is, if they walk, who would take over the emergency calls for the 2,400 residents? Jason Zimmerman found out.
See you this month.
This is not the fight the Vandenbroek-Kaukauna Volunteer Fire Department ever wanted. If they resign, trucks and pumpers like this would sit idle after Friday.
I'm cautiously optimistic that we're going to be able to get this resolved.
Town supervisors say if they can't reach an agreement, 2,400 people in Outagamie County would be left without fire protection. If firefighters here do walk, there's an obvious concern over response time. The department has 6 mutual aid agreements, but the problem is no one's really sure which one of these towns, if any, will initially respond.
I was at a meeting with Freedom last night that I showed up at, and Freedom basically told us if we don't have 15 to 20 guys, for a fire department, they can't fight our fires for us.
At the same time, we also spoke to the city of Kaukana's fire department. The chief there tells us he would respond in an emergency, but they may not have the best equipment to fight fires in a rural area.
We have to put egos and personal feelings aside and take a look at what we were elected to do, and that's to protect the townspeople to the best of our abilities.
Jason Zimmerman, Action 2 News, town of Vandenbroek.
Earlier this week, the Vandenbroek town chairman suggested getting retired firefighters to serve, but the town supervisor says that's not possible because those people have been out of the business for too long and are not certified. That meeting tomorrow night is open to the public. It begins at 7 o'clock in the town of Vandenbroek Community Center. We will, of course, be there as well. We'll have complete coverage tomorrow on Action 2 News at 10.
Wisconsin's tinder dry Northwoods finally received some much needed rain today, but as Jeff Alexander reports, the fire danger remains high and residents are hoping there's a lot more rain to come.
Normally a soggy day in the middle of Lakewood's tourism season is an unwelcome sight, but then not every summer has been like this one.
We've been waiting for it.
Residents tell me they can't remember the last summer this dry. It's the topic of conversation daily at the Timberline restaurant.
That's all they talk about. Is my well going to make it, is my garden and plants and...
Lakewood even had to cancel its annual fireworks during the middle of the show Friday because it sparked too many grass fires.
Today's rain may be a welcome sight, but a lot more is needed. DNR forestry officials report the trees and the vegetation are the driest they've been in nearly 30 years.
Everybody that lives in the woods has a little bit of worry, especially when it gets this dry, because usually when the leaves are green and the wind blows, you don't hear them chatter like you do now.
One careless mistake can lead to big problems. This nearby 10-acre pine plantation went up in flames over the weekend. Fireworks are being blamed. So even though today's weather may have put a damper on the vacationers, year-round residents are feeling a lot better for now.
It's been a long time.
Jeff Alexander, Action 2 News, Lakewood.
Many parts of our area still have burning bans in effect tonight. The DNR also canceling burning permits in most northeastern Wisconsin counties. If you're unsure if open burning is allowed in your area, simply call the local fire department. Parts of the area did finally see some rain today, but not enough to cancel those burning permits. Umbrellas were out. People in Green Bay dodged something they haven't seen in a long time. I believe they call that stuff rain. Is that right, George Graffis, live in Storm Center 2?
I'll tell you what, I had people ask me, what is that? What is that? What is it? What is going on? What is that dark sky? Well, it was hit and miss. That's the problem with this type of weather pattern. And look outside right now, and pinpoint digital Doppler shows that most of the area is dry. There are some areas where we do have some showers and maybe a little bit of thunder in there. They're moving to the southeast. Oshkosh just went through some rain. Looks like you might get another shower coming in from around Winneconne. And then over just between St. Nazianz and Kiel, another shower moving across parts of Manitowoc County. So again, most of the area is dry, although we have a chance, as you see in the first forecast, for some very isolated evening showers. After that, we'll see more of a clear sky develop, and later tonight some areas of fog, still rather mild and muggy throughout the evening. Stay tuned. I'll talk about the next chances for rain coming up in tonight's weather.
Thank you, George. A town of Neenah man who shot and paralyzed his 14-year-old son will spend 6 months in jail. In court today, Tu Fong Lee made an emotional plea to the judge to go easy on him and his family. His son also sided with his father, asking the judge not to send him to prison. That incident happened last November. Lee told detectives he started shooting inside his home to scare his kids when he came home to find the house messy. He says one shot accidentally hit his son. Lee says the pain he's put his son through is his toughest punishment.
Every day, I live with this tragedy, and every night, I sleep with nightmares.
The judge also ordered Lee to undergo anger management counseling. Tonight, a Shawano man is dead after he was hit by a car while riding his bike in the township of Richmond in Shawano County. That accident happened around 8 this morning on County Highway A. 49-year-old Wayne Smith was riding his bike when he was hit by a car driven by 84-year-old Sarah Ash of Gresham. Officers say Ash thought she hit a mailbox and not a bike, so she kept going. She continued down Highway A until her car, quote, started making a noise. She turned around, then went back to the scene. She saw people help Smith and realized then she hit a person. Shawano County sheriffs are still investigating that accident.
A chain reaction of accidents in Highway 41 in Brown County stopped traffic for hours this morning. The first crash happened about 7 o'clock between Wrightstown and Freedom. 4 vehicles were involved in that crash. Traffic backed up for miles in both directions. 2 people had major injuries, 1 had minor injuries. Investigators say one of the drivers may have had a medical condition that caused that crash. The second crash happened just north of the scene, just as crews finished cleaning up the first one. The greenhouse truck ran into a small car, crushing it against a stopped semi-truck. The accident left the driver of the car pinned in his vehicle.
The fire department had quite the challenge of getting them out. The car was crushed from both ends, both the front and the back, so they had a hard time cutting them out.
Man was taken to the hospital with serious injuries, but he is expected to be okay. The drivers of the other 2 trucks walked away with no injuries. Highway 41 reopened about 11:15 this morning. The state is taking action against a Green Bay auto dealer it says is ripping off its customers by replacing odometers.
When coverage you can count on continues, McTreevy shows you what to look for so you don't get burned.
You can see a small
Later in sports, Packer wide receiver Javon Walker is up the ante in his contract dispute. Chris Roth will have all the details.
Tonight at 10, this family showed their patriotism during the past Christmas season. Now their reason for doing it comes home.
Just some scattered and isolated showers across east central Wisconsin early this evening. Other than that, it should be dry for most of the area tonight. And the chances of rain, well, I'll talk about that coming up in tonight's weather.
There's nothing like picking out your next car. But what drives you to pick a specific dealer? And for some, it's low price. For others, it's low pressure. Truth is, we're all driven by something different. And when you come to Broadway Automotive, you get what you drive, in the way that drives you. Right now, buy a Broadway used car and get financing as low as 2.9% APR, plus a family 4-pack of tickets to Tundra Lodge Water Park. Try us. Broadway Automotive. Better.
Piggly Wiggly is smashing prices. Celebrate Piggly Wiggly Dollar Days this week. Use your preferred club card to get select 4.5-ounce Oscar Mayer Lunchables for just $1. Food Club Thin Crust Pizza and 12-count variety packs of popsicles are also just $1 each. With Piggly Wiggly, low prices are closer than you think. So shop the pig and save.
Piggly Wiggly, shop the pig.
Carpet 3 rooms of your home, just $6.99 now at Dalton Carpet Outlet. Quality carpet, premium pad, 3 rooms completely installed, just $6.99. Your choice of quality carpets like Mohawk. Choose from Berber, plush, textured, plus 12 months interest-free now. No interest for 12 months. Hurry, sale ends Monday at 8 p.m. Carpet 3 rooms of your home, just $6.99. Sale ends Monday at 8 p.m. at
Dalton Carpet Outlet. We bring it home to you.
Well, the Chrysler Group's done it again with their most award-winning and freshest lineup ever.
Chrysler Group vehicles are projected to retain their value better than Ford or GM.
Chrysler Group vehicles have significantly improved quality over the last 3 years.
You know, there's still something missing here. Announcing Employee Pricing Plus. Everyone in America can get the employee discount plus up to an extra $3,500 cash allowance. So remember, if you can find a better car, buy it.
Now we're talking.
Furnitureland's July clearance sale is your chance to get huge savings on name brands like Lazy Boy and Sealy. Hurry into Furnitureland in Pulaski. Real value, real close.
From Action 2 News, Bill Jartz, Kemi Rapson, Weather with George Graffis, and Sports with Chris Roth. This is Action 2 News at 6. Coverage you can count on.
A Green Bay car dealership is out of business tonight after it was busted rolling back miles on its cars. In total, the state believes Easy Auto Sales on University Avenue illegally took 3 million miles off its cars. The dealership replaced odometers in cars with other lower mileage odometers from a junkyard. The Federal Department of Transportation estimates half of once leased cars being sold have rigged odometers. Even digital odometers can be changed. Tonight, Action 2 News reporter Mick Trevey found out how you know if your car's odometer has been tampered with.
Rigging an odometer can happen several ways. Here's an example from the state of how an existing odometer can be rolled back by forcefully turning one of the numbers.
Right there underneath the 1. On the 100,000s digit, we consider that a money digit. You know, that's the one that's worth changing. That's the one worth tampering with. You can see a small indication there where it's been nicked.
Sometimes the entire odometer is even replaced with a completely different one from a junkyard. In either case, the state's odometer fraud investigator showed us a dead giveaway.
Let's traditionally look for damage along the seams where somebody takes a screwdriver or a pry device trying to remove that dash component.
You do have the right to check and see how many miles the previous owner reported as being on the odometer. And the state recommends you might want to have a mechanic look at the engine and the belts and the hoses to make sure the wear and tear under the hood matches the amount of wear and tear you should have on a car with that many miles. There's also a free website that can check the history of your odometer to see if there could be any problems. We've put the link to the Carfax free odometer check on our website, WBAY.com. There, click on featured links. In Green Bay, Mick Trevey, Action 2 News.
If you haven't booked your hotel for EAA AirVenture in Oshkosh yet, could be too late. This is some video from last year's event. Hotels up and down the Fox Valley from Appleton to Fond du Lac are booked for next week's AirVenture. In Oshkosh alone, the 1,200 hotel rooms, bed and breakfasts, and camping sites are sold out. EAA AirVenture starts on Monday and runs through July 31st. Statues of Packers greats Curly Lambeau, Vince Lombardi outside Lambeau Field, getting some work done on them. And coverage you can count on continues tonight. Find out what these construction crews are doing to these famous figures.
More warm temperatures and also some chances for rain. We'll take a closer look at all of that coming up in tonight's weather.
Attention Fox Valley! Noon Friday, it's a massive furniture and appliance liquidation in the old McCrory Furniture Store. Ashley Furniture Home Store and Central Wisconsin's leading furniture and appliance retailer are serving up 50, 60, even 70% off brand name closeouts, one-of-a-kind special orders, scratch and dents, 18 truckloads, 60,000 square feet. First come, first served. The massive furniture and appliance liquidation, noon Friday at the old McCrory Furniture Store.
It's the Let's Get Happy sales event at the 911 Volkswagen, and you pay what our employees pay. 05 new Beetle convertible up to $2,500 off. 05 new Jetta up to $2,000 off. 05 Passat save up to $3,000 off, and the 05 Touareg up to $9,000 off. It's incredible, but true. You pay the same price our employees pay. That's something to get happy about. You heard right. Employee pricing at the 911 Volkswagen, new location, Highway 41 and 15, Victory Lane, Appleton. Let's get happy.
I started wearing glasses when I was 6. I couldn't wear contacts, and I wasn't a good candidate for LASIK, so I called the Alexander Eye Institute.
Melissa was a great candidate for PermaClear. PermaClear is the ideal refractive procedure. It allows you to see in the distance and up close without bifocals or reading glasses.
PermaClear is fantastic. I see great, and no more glasses.
Tired of bifocals? Call the Alexander Eye Institute to see if PermaClear is right for you.
It sure takes a lot of energy to get up in the morning. 3 times what it used to. And unless something changes, that energy may be less reliable. At Wisconsin Public Service, we're making sure the power you need will be there tomorrow while helping you manage costs today. Log on to wisconsinpublicservice.com and learn a lot more about using less. Log on, learn more, use less.
On Saturday, July 23rd, the Green Bay Blizzard take on last year's defending champs in the final game of the regular season. Tickets start at $5 with hot dogs, soda, and beer just $1 apiece. Fan Appreciation Night, sponsored by WDUZ, The Fan, and TV2.
Pinpoint Predictor is a new forecasting tool. It tracks approaching weather and then projects it into the future so you can see tomorrow's weather today.
Storm Center 2, in partnership with SOCOM. We track storms. Storm Center 2, in partnership with SOCOM. We track storms with Pinpoint Digital Doppler at our exclusive Tornado Hunter Viper.
This is Pinpoint Digital Doppler, and what you see here, they aren't lasting very long. Watch them all weekend as they move to the southeast and dissipate, and the same can be said for those in Manitowoc County. So just very scattered or isolated evening showers here in east central Wisconsin. That's pretty much all we have. Looking ahead toward tomorrow, you'll notice that it looks like it's a pretty dry day. In fact, over the next 24 hours, again, maybe just some isolated evening thunder or some showers here. Otherwise, later tonight, some areas of fog. And tomorrow looks like a fairly dry day and partly sunny skies. Perhaps a little break in the humidity. There you see the clearing trend occurring across the area right now as those leftover showers do end. And still in all, temperatures are quite warm on the other side of Wisconsin where they've had sun longer. We're still into the upper 70s or mid 70s to the lower 80s pretty much all across our area, and the muggies are out there. It's pretty much widespread humidity across the entire region. And of course, all of this is moving out of here, and it looks like it'll be fairly quiet, although there's a chance, small as it is, for an isolated evening thunder shower possibility. Here you see now at 6 p.m. the widespread humidity on Pinpoint Predictor. It stays with us tonight, and because of that, we could have, with light winds, some areas of fog. Notice now early tomorrow morning with a bit of a northerly breeze, not much, but some higher pressure building in. In northern Wisconsin, maybe a bit more comfortable going through the day tomorrow. Those areas, let's say north of the Fox Cities, north of Green Bay, might just get a little bit of a break in the humidity department. Still, somewhat maybe marginally sticky if you're in the Fox Cities and in southern Wisconsin for the day tomorrow. And as you see, a pretty fair sky. After we have some areas of fog in the morning, it turns out to be sunny to partly sunny midday on through the afternoon as well. So pretty dry day also on tap for the day on Thursday. So the risk of any severe weather was where we have a chance of thunderstorms, which would be early on Friday, late Saturday, and early on Sunday. And it does not appear like it would be widespread severe weather, but we do have widespread heat across the country. Those are current temperatures. Just wanted to show you it's blistering from one side of the country to the other, even in Canada. And there are now signs that just the last couple of days have been seeing that would point to a break. We've had, I think, 21 out of the last 28 days where temperatures for us have been in the 80s or 90s, and now it looks like by the second half of next week, this part of the country could start to see a more comfortable pattern with 70s for temperatures, and maybe by the end of next week and the end of the month and the first maybe week or so of August, maybe we're closer to 70 for a high than we are closer to 90 before all of this probably comes back the middle part of August. So that's kind of a general trend. 78 right now in Oconto, 79 Marinette, and 81 in Fond du Lac. 80 officially right now with a south wind at 7 miles per hour. So again, maybe just an isolated evening thunder shower. Later tonight, some fog. We'll have 70s this evening and kind of sticky, muggy conditions, and some mid-60s overnight. That's where you start the day tomorrow. Early on with mid-60s, some areas of fog. We look at a sunny to partly sunny sky, go to around 84 or so for a high tomorrow by 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Then early on Friday, mainly north of Green Bay, the next chance for some showers or storms. And again, late Saturday or early on Sunday, another chance. Sunday is going to get kind of toasty and humid once again, way up in the 80s. And then it's not on there, but late Monday, more likely into Tuesday, would be the next chance for some showers and storms. And that one could break the trend a little bit and make it more comfortable for the second half of next week. Winds and waves north-northeast at 5 to 15 on Thursday and a foot or less.
And the stuff that fell, again, is called rain?
Yes, I'll write that down for you.
Yeah. Spell it.
I know. Yeah.
Thanks, George. Construction crews are fixing the ground around the statues of Curly Lambeau and Vince Lombardi outside Lambeau Field. Earlier this year, we told you how the frozen ground pushed the concrete around the statues up, making it appear like Curly and Vince are sinking. To prevent that problem, construction crews are putting in supports. The Packers say the statues are fine, curling events not falling, and they're not going anywhere, just doing a little maintenance.
Relax. Take it easy.
That's comforting since we'll be out there next week doing our training camp stuff.
Here we go.
Really pop me on top of the head. We'll head out on the water and find out the best method to fish on the bay this time of year. Plus, to the links, local pros joining the big boys out at the U.S. Bank Championship this week. And things have taken an ugly turn in the Javon Walker situation. We'll tell you what's new coming up next.
Action 2 News brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards.
8% off at Menards. Whoa, the Deal Junior sale. Sweet. 8% at Menards. Menards Deal Junior sale. Oh, yeah. It's 8% off everything at Menards. Hey, everybody, you can save 8% off at the Menards Deal Junior sale.
Hurry in for the 8% off Dale Jr. sale.
I just saved 8% at Menards.
Enjoy your summer with the home equity line of credit from Fox Communities Credit Union as low as 4.99% APR. How about that new boat you've always wanted?
We have a line for you.
You can build a new deck.
We have a line for you.
Improve your home.
We have a line for you.
Hey, relax and enjoy your summer with the home equity line of credit. Interest rates as low as 4.99% APR. Fox Communities Credit Union.
We have a line for you.
GM and Gandrud are making history. We're offering you the GM employee discount on 2005 Chevrolets. Save thousands on top of current rebates. Save over $3,500 on Chevy Equinox, over $5,000 on Malibu, or over $10,000 on Silverado. You pay what GM employees pay, and not a cent more. At these prices, our cars and trucks are going fast. So roll into Gandrud today for your GM employee discount. Gandrud, one low price, plain and simple, always. Looking for quality furniture at a very affordable price? Come to Wen's Home Furniture Clearance Center. Sofas starting at $299, dinettes from $249, recliners from $279, queen box spring and mattress sets at $299, 53-inch Panasonic HD TV for only $11.99. Save 50 to 70% store-wide. Many items are one of a kind. Free financing options available. Hurry in for best selection. Wen's Home Furniture, 1693 Main, and Wen's Clearance Center, 1131 Main, where quality is affordable.
It's the only home show with 16 magical homes. It's the only home show with a patio that floods, a basement basketball court, one-of-a-kind spectacles, lavish home theaters, architectural wonders. It's the only home show with 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments, and get half off on all purchases at American. Now open weekends and weeknights. It's the only miracle tour of homes and Appleton Open House. Come to the happiest home show on earth.
How you doing, everybody? Packers General Manager Ted Thompson said today that the Packers will not comment on conversations with their players and their representatives regarding contracts. That statement was in response to strong comments made today by Javon Walker's agent. Drew Rosenhaus told the Associated Press today that Walker will not report to camp next week unless the team agrees to give him a big raise. And if that doesn't happen, Walker wants to be traded. This is the first time the subject of a trade has been broached. This new hardline stance means both sides are now digging in for what looks like a long stalemate. Thompson's only other comment today was that the team was still looking forward to starting camp next week. In the absence of Tiger Woods, the best thing for the U.S. Bank Championship would be a champion from Wisconsin. Appleton's J.P. Hayes, along with Jerry Kelly, Skip Kendall, or Steve Stricker, would seem to have the best chance, but this tournament is also giving shots to local club pros. North Shore's Ryan Helmanen will play in his first PGA Tour event thanks to sectional qualifying. Helmanen hopes the experience will help him at Q School this fall. And then there is Dave Spengler of the Woods. This is his 8th U.S. Bank appearance. The notorious long hitter has yet to make the cut in Milwaukee.
This golf course is just a matter of you've got to get it in play off the tee, and if you do that, it's not going to overpower you into the greens. So if you do get it in play, you should get a lot of birdie chances, and hopefully you can convert. I mean, I'm comfortable with the golf course. I know what I'm supposed to do. It's just a matter of can I execute the plan.
This is something I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to be around golf, whether either playing or being in the business. Obviously, I'd rather play than be in the business, but so this is kind of a dream come true for me, and hopefully it goes well for me.
Angler boat traffic on Green Bay has dwindled from the peak spring season, and that makes trolling the wide open spaces a recommended option. Here's Action 2 Outdoors guide Larry Smith.
Hey, today we're fishing about 10 to 15 miles out of Green Bay, fishing out on some of the reefs like Gano's Reef. Basically, we're fishing anywhere from 8 to 12 feet of water, pulling spinner harnesses about 1.2 miles an hour to about 1.6, and basically just trying to cover some ground. And when you find the fish, they're basically in some pretty tight pockets, so when we get them, what we do is just turn right back around on them and go make another pass through them. When pulling spinner harnesses, it's good to really change colors. Purples work real good, and teal colors this time of year work good. Also, I've had a lot of real good luck on some of the gold and some of the prism colors.
You know, it's one thing about out here, you never know what you're going to catch. You get a sheep, we just had a sheephead on one, we had a walleye on the other one, now a cat on this one. You know, it's something about fishing the Bay, Green Bay, I'll tell you, it is an amazing fishery.
Today we ended up catching anywhere from 15 to 25 walleyes and just an abundance of catfish, and I can't even tell you how many sheephead. It's just amazing, this fishery, and it's just a good way to spend a day and enjoy what Green Bay and the Bay of Green Bay have to offer. For Channel 2, I'm Larry Smith.
That's why he's the guide.
It's a great picture to end it on right there. We'll remember that one for a while.
Dinner is served.
We'll be right back.
Action 2 News brought to you by American, the low price and so much more.
This week at American, purchase any fabric sofa and love seat and get the matching chair free. Every style and every price. This $289 chair is free when you purchase the sofa for only $379 and the matching love seat. This $499 chair is free when you purchase the sofa for only $699 and the matching love seat. This week at American, purchase any fabric sofa and love seat and get the matching chair free. American, the new way to shop for furniture.
The Bergstrom Ford Family Plan, now through August 1st. Pay the same low prices as our employees and their families. No hassles, no gimmicks. Save $11,500 off Ford Expedition and F-150. Save on all Ford vehicles with the Bergstrom Ford Family Plan. Or shop our huge inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles and get an incredible flat panel LCD TV. And now we're open until 9 p.m. through the end of July. Be like Brett and buy your next truck at Bergstrom Ford of Neenah, 525 South Green Bay Road.
The Island Resort and Casino is your source for the ever-changing pressure-packed action of poker. With tournament action 5 days each week, the Island Resort and Casino caters to all levels of players, changing buy-ins and varying the pots to always keep things interesting. Yes. Join us for World Series of Poker satellite tournaments every Thursday, the Midwest Poker Challenge every Sunday, and World Poker Tour Super Satellites twice each month. Hold 'em or fold 'em. Either way, you're going to love playing poker at the Island Resort and Casino.
Hurry in to iMart Express, where every day is a two-pair day. Get 2 complete pairs of glasses, pay only $67.92. Choose designer-style frames. 2 pairs, pay only $98.61. You'll save more at iMart Express with the lowest prices on names you know. Ellen Tracy and Joe Boxer. 2 pairs for only $98.61. You don't need a sale because every day is a two-pair day. See more, pay less at iMart Express. On West College next to WG&R Furniture and on South Oneida next to Olive Garden.
You asked me to do some research on the Chrysler Group?
I'm waiting.
They have their most award-winning and freshest lineup ever. 12 vehicles with 5-star frontal crash test rating and projected to retain their value better than GM or Ford.
Yada, yada, yada. You forgot the most important part of all, the deal.
It's employee pricing plus our employee discount plus cash allowance on Chrysler, Jeep, and Dodge.
So I'd say if you can find a better car, buy it.
Couldn't have said it better myself, kid.
Men's Wardrobes in Action 2 News courtesy of Bill Paul Limited, downtown Neenah, Madison, and Menswear Outlet downtown Appleton. Women's Wardrobes courtesy of Wilkins and Olander, Door County's quality clothier, Sturgeon Bay, Fish Creek.
Final weather check from George.
Well, a few places, and very few places, might catch an evening thunder shower, but they're not living very long. You can see them weakening there, and it looks like maybe along the Calumet County shoreline there with Lake Winnebago, but it really is going to be very sparse. The overnight temperatures in the 60s. We'll see clearing skies tonight, then tomorrow sunny to partly sunny, and we'll go to the 84, 83, 84, 85 degree mark.
Well, George, thank you much, and thank you for joining us here at 6.
We'll see you back here tonight at 10 o'clock. Good night.
Good night.